Good morning. Come on in. Yeah, we got some news. We like news. So get on in here. I'm two-fisted coffee today. This one's cold and this one's hot. So come on in. Yep, got some stuff to do. It's plan and play day. We're in zone 5, our living rooms. So let's let's get some things done. Ben's dressed and ready to go. He's taking a little nap in his chair, and we will head out as soon as I get through with this show to go get the fluid removed from his abdomen. And his feet are swelling today, so say a little prayer for him. But today's plan and play day. And any time you spend planning today is going to save you time in the future. So what are some things that we can plan for? We can check our calendars and see what birthdays you've got for the next month, or even 2 months. Just look ahead. What birthdays? What big holidays have we got? We've got Easter, April the 12th. Good. We've got Fat Tuesdays coming up. So are you going to give up something for Lent, for the Lenten season? It's 40 days. From 40 days till Easter. Wednesday, I think, is Ash Wednesday, and that's when Good Friday, not Good Friday, that's when Lent starts. So, there's my sister. So, I got to clear my throat. Hold on. So, check your calendars. Get your calendars down and look and see what needs to be done. Birthdays, anniversaries, look on over into summer. When's your vacation? When are you planning on going on vacation? Have you scheduled something for vacation? Or are you going to stay close to home? So look at your calendar. That's what planning is all about. I'm never giving up coffee for Lent ever again. I did it one year, and after 5 days, my headache finally went away, but I missed Robert bringing me a cup of coffee in the mornings. Yeah, I missed that. And I always got a kiss with that cup of coffee, and I missed the kiss, so more than I missed the coffee. So I have some news. Planning. Now, those of you who not travel, but have to commute to work, or are in the car for long periods of time, like I'm in the car every week, every other week. This week will be twice. 3 hours to drive to Knoxville. And my car is a rolling, I'm telling you, a rolling university. I learn things. I've been reading The Rise and Fall of the Third Reich because I wasn't taught much about Germany in the early 30s and the 20s. When I was in high school, I didn't learn that because our American history teacher only taught the Civil War from start to finish. Our junior year, from start to finish, that's all he taught. We had to know all the battles and do all that stuff, and I'll never forget. I was the only class I ever failed in my whole life. Really, it was the only class I ever got a bad grade in. It didn't affect me in any way. But on our final exam, the question was, which one of these are the best? A, Jim Wells, B, Jim Wells, C, Jim Wells, or D, Jim Wells. And I wrote in E, none of the above, and checked it. And he went to jail for being a sex offender. Yep, sex offender. And I'd never liked him. I never, But I get sidetracked. But my car is this rolling encyclopedia, our university, because I use the time in the car to listen to things that build me up, that I learn from. I like to learn something every day, and being in the car and learning things is wonderful. And here recently, I've been listening to podcasts on iTunes Podcast. And if you have an iPhone, the iTunes Podcast is the biggest directory in the world. And so I have set up a podcast. It's taken me a couple of weeks to get it done with the help of some wonderful people. And the podcast is named, Are You Living in Chaos? Now, how many people do you know who are living in chaos? Yep. How many people do you know who are living in chaos? And chaos stands for can't have anyone over syndrome. So if that was real weird. Somebody said, "Hey Justin, happy birthday to your mother." Well, I'm Justin's mother, and I don't think they're talking about my Justin. I think somebody else on here has a birthday. But Liz and Patty's put the link up to the podcast, and you can go in and subscribe to this podcast, and as you listen to them, they'll be downloaded to your phone, and you can listen to them in the car. Yeah, you just turn your phone on and listen to them as you're driving, and it's gonna help. Now, I'm taking the shows that I'm doing on Facebook Live. Michael taught me, I got a geek, and he teaches me things. And he taught me how to pull the audio out. So I'm uploading the video to YouTube, and then I'm uploading the audio to iTunes. So it's kind of funny. It's kind of funny that you can listen to me any way you want. So let's get back to our plan and play day. Do you know what's for dinner tonight? This is immediate planning. Here it is. It's 11 o'clock in the morning, Eastern Standard Time. And if you're on the West Coast, it's 8 in the morning. Do you know what you're cooking for dinner? Yeah, it'll be on Spotify too. Yeah, it's on Spotify too. Lip Sync is sending it to Spotify. So Michelle's saying it's Taco Tuesday. She's saying it's Taco Tuesday. That's a great way to remember. Meatless Monday. Maybe you want to make a pot of beans on Monday. Wednesday, clean out your refrigerator and do surprise chicken. Thursday, maybe it's soup and sandwiches. Friday, pizza. Saturday, maybe you're gonna do something fun for the whole family, or you're gonna be out playing and having fun. Put spaghetti or something in the crock pot. There's Marilyn. You know, the month of March several years ago, she started the habit of getting dressed to lace up shoes, and that's our habit for March, is getting dressed to lace up shoes. And she took a picture of herself of getting dressed to lace up shoes. And if you have the link to that, Marilyn, please post it in here, the link to that video we put together, because I can't get to it, and I can't tell Patty and Liz how to get to it. But it's a video of Marilyn getting dressed. She took a picture, she took a selfie of herself every day and posted it on the Fly Lady page. And she was so proud of herself, and I was proud to see how she changed it. Now, I've been to Marilyn's house at wee hours of the morning one time when we were traveling from, she lives in South Dakota, and Michelle and I went to her house. It was about 10 o'clock at night when we got there. We were headed to Minnesota, and so we were coming through. We'd been to the Badlands, and we just seen lots of sights, because we don't ever go anywhere that we don't see some stuff. And we went to Marilyn's house, and she posted a picture every single day on her getting a selfie of her getting dressed. And the neighbor's children taught her how to use her phone and upload it and all this stuff. She had a geek too that was helping. And getting dressed to lace up shoes every day changed her life. And she has just gone through a back surgery, and she's still getting dressed to lace up shoes. So it was just wonderful to see her on here and to realize that establishing a habit is just as simple as doing it every day. And if you miss a day, jump back in where you are. Don't beat yourself up. But I'm glad people know what's for dinner. And next month, we're getting dressed to lace up shoes, which starts on Sunday. You need to be dressed to lace up shoes right now, folks. If you're not dressed to lace up shoes, do it while you're listening to me. You don't have to watch me. Just like with the podcast, you can listen to me. And still, I think I told you yesterday, maybe I didn't, I don't know. But Sunday night, Robert and I were having dinner, and this lady comes up to us and she says, I was hearing your conversation. Well, we were talking politics, coronavirus. We were talking about a lot of things, and I thought, oh no, she's going to complain about something we were talking about. And she says, y'all really have the sweetest Southern accent. And I explained to her that I do a show every day, that I talk to my ladies, and it was kind of funny. She just said that Robert and I had this sweet Southern accent. She had a Southern accent too, but she was complaining about when, they interview somebody who's had a tree falling in their yard from a storm or whatever. They always get the ones that are not as eloquent, shall we say. Anyway, folks, doing a little planning today, looking at next week, working on your grocery list. These things will help you to save time next week. And anytime we can save a few minutes here and a few minutes there and a few minutes. I mean, I just got through mopping Ben's bathroom. Did I get out the mop? No, I didn't get out the mop. But I took a Scrubbing Bubbles wipe that we use to keep his bathroom sanitized, because with his white cell count low, we need to get rid of as many germs as possible. I took 2 of them and used my feet and scrubbed the floor. Threw them on the floor and scrubbed the floor. There you go. Hit a lick at a snake, Robert always says. Hit a lick at a snake. Just do something. Was it perfect? No. But was it cleaner than it was? Yeah. So planning a little bit today is going to help you next week. It's going to save you time. And saving time can save you money. It really can. Now, what else can we plan? Oh, the sun's out. This is just amazing. Having sunshine, happy birds. We have a white finch here at Ben's house. It hasn't got pink eyes, but it's a white goldfinch. That's what it is, and it's just absolutely gorgeous. So, what can you do to plan to? Planning can you do today? Look for birthdays. Look for, anniversaries. Do you need cards? Put them on your grocery list to pick up a card. I went into Amazon last night and ordered a box of occasional cards for Ben to have here, because last night we were watching the news and there was a little boy who was dying, and he's 13. And all he wanted for his birthday was cards. He can't see very well, so I found a pop-up card to send him that would be a pop-up birthday cake, so he could feel it. And he could see colors and stuff. And Ben was looking up his address at the same time I was looking at, because the story touched us on WBIR. And if WBIR.com is some wonderful people at that station here in Knoxville. Absolutely wonderful people. My friend Leanne Bowman works there, and I've been there several times, and it was just a beautiful story. So we turned the news on last night. We were watching these stories, and They have a great website. They've done several videos about me. All the holiday missions, that was WBIR that originally did those for us. So folks, a little planning today. Think about getting in the car and turning on your podcast and listening to the last 10 podcasts while you're driving somewhere. I mean, you're going to be educating yourself. In fact, it's actually under the educating, that's how I logged it in, as education. Give it, my grandma, give it a lick and a promise. That's cute. That's cute. A promise for what? I'll clean you better later. Meaning promise to do better next time. That's what she says. So hit a lick at a snake. If a snake's in your way and you think it's going to bite you, you better kill it. Yep, you better kill it. Especially copperheads. I don't like copperheads. I don't like rattlesnakes either. And I grew up with cottonmouths, and there's no meaner snake than a cottonmouth, I'm telling you. So those are the 3 poisonous snakes that we have in North Carolina. I think we also have a coral snake down east, but we don't have any in western North Carolina. I know I'm all over the place today. So do a little planning today. Plan your menus for next week. Set up a basic weekly plan. Monday's Meatless Monday. Do a pot of beans or a pot of soup or something wonderful. Tuesday, Taco Tuesday. Wednesday, clean out your fridge day and do surprise chicken. Thursday, soup and sandwiches. Look at your schedule and see what everybody's doing. Do you have volleyball practice that's going to last till 8 o'clock at night and the guys are on their own and the girls are doing something else? Think about what the whole week is going to be about. And you're going to save a lot of time. Because throwing something in the crock pot that your family can put over, you can pre-cook some egg noodles and have some stuff ready to go for stroganoff. You can do lots of things. And I got lots of recipes on our YouTube page. Yep, I really do. So a little plan. Tomorrow is anti-procrastination day. Start thinking about those things you've been procrastinating about. Ben and I have been working on some of his medical records this morning. One thing about it, what I realized today is every time he's been in the hospital, I've taken pictures of him. And that sort of gave us a guide as to when he was entered in the hospital. He was in the hospital 3 times last fall. From November the 12th, the first time he went in the hospital was the week of Thanksgiving, the week he moved into this little house. But he was in the hospital the rest of the week. And it was hard. So he was in the hospital during Thanksgiving. He was here in the hospital 2 weeks from then. Another time, he was in the hospital at Christmas. So 3 times he was in the hospital. And because I took pictures of him in the ER, I had a begin date. And next time I'll take a picture, I'll take an end date of when he gets out of the hospital. So we'll have it in a picture profile that we can utilize for stuff we need to do. So it's just looking back at those pictures, it confirmed the dates that we had, which was great. Somebody heard rattles while hiking. Not good. But at least a rattlesnake will warn you unless you step on it. And this here, when Lent starts, a lot of people don't eat meat on Fridays. They have fish on Fridays. So Friday's fish day. So think about things you're going to cook for the next 6 weeks. Yeah, and what are you going to give up? I always say it's good to give up something and to add something. So giving up clutter. One time, giving up clutter. Commit to gathering up a bag of clutter every day. A bag of clutter every day. And what are you going to add? Add a new habit. getting dressed to lace up shoes. But think about, it starts Wednesday of next week, I believe, is when it starts. Because April the 12th is Easter. So count back 40 days. 40 days. And you got it. Good Friday, Saturday, Sundays. Yeah. Giving up sugar is a good thing. Giving up sugar is a good thing. I hear somebody not feeling well today. Anyway, let me get off of here, get this downloaded and uploaded again. And Ash Wednesday is tomorrow? Really? I guess that's why there's been Mardi Gras stuff. Yep, Ash Wednesday's tomorrow. That's when you get the little cross on your forehead when you go to church on Ash Wednesday. I thought, if Kathy's here, yep. So Lent starts tomorrow. So what are you giving up for Lent? For the Lenten season? Think about it. Get rid of 7 things on Sunday. Yeah? Just get rid of some stuff. A bag of trash, a bag of clutter each day. Tomorrow is Ash Wednesday. Okay. And think about adding some prayer to your day. You know, add a morning meditation and some prayer time. So I love you all. I will talk to you at 3 o'clock this afternoon if we're home from the procedure. If not, it may be later. I may do an evening show. But I won't promise anything about 3 o'clock because his procedure starts at 1:30 this afternoon. So folks, please keep him in your prayers. I don't know how long it's going to take, but yeah, thanks to everybody straightening me out on when the Lenten season starts. I love you all. 40 items once a day. Yeah, that's easy to do. That's almost 327 fling boogies. Talk to you later today. I won't promise what time, but I'll be on here later. Bye.